Back at all-time highs, we're looking at AMD here on the weekly chart. 242.88 is our highs that we're trying to reach up for yet again. That came in overnight in here. What we're looking at now is we're sitting below that 240 range. So that's going to be our first area that we need to break and hold, and we can worry about those 242s again. But really, throughout the trading day, what we had is we had a nice little pullback in here right around 10 o'clock or so, and then a big old recovery actually turned green there for a second around 1 o'clock or so. And then it had that pullback. So all in all, we're down on the day from yesterday's close by about $3 almost, about $2.50 or so. And we're trading right at that like 238 handle right now. So right around the 238. It's a little bit lower here in after hours. So we're going to see if we can breach and hold that 240 as we go throughout the week in here. And then anything above that, we're looking at the all-time highs at 242. And then above there, nice whole numbers working our way up until the chart tells us otherwise. On the way back down, obviously, we really have nothing in here until about 227. Obviously, that 230 psych level might have something for us in here, but really 227 is going to be our next key level in here. And then anything below that, we're going to chalk it up to the low of last week, which is right around that 215, 214 area. So that's kind of what we're looking at in here in AMD. All in all, decent volatility coming in here today. IV rank sitting at 54. You have earnings coming up at the beginning of next month. So that is something that we could be forward looking to in here. So we got a couple weeks from now, then you are going to have that earnings report in here. You got big boys reporting next week. That could kind of tip the hat in here to figure out where the overall market is headed. And then we also have some news about interest rates coming up here soon as well. So kind of a big mess of things are happening in here in the next few weeks. And we're going to see what happens overall in AMD. And a lot of these stocks that we're looking at are close to those all-time highs again. Same with the overall market. So we could end up getting a huge move either way, especially with volatility spiking in here. You have right around a $10 expected move priced in by this Friday. Next Friday, $18. If you go all the way out to your earnings cycle expiration, 11/7, that is pricing in right around a $27 expected move in here. So we'll see what happens in here. A lot of volume, especially on the calls, especially at the 240s, especially on the 250s in here. A lot of action overall. Even on the put side, you had a lot of action on the 225s in here in the weekly expiration. So we'll see how we react throughout the rest of the week in here. We're going to see if any other news catalyst can push this thing a little bit higher, or are we going to get a pullback and a bounce off that 227? So 240 is going to be the key level in here for us to breach and hold to work higher. If not, 240 to 227, that's the area that we're looking for consolidation. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.